What's up, brother Most High? Check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out. What is going on here, brother? Check it out. Man, number one priority is thank you. Thank you for watching, because it does motivate me to do more and more and more and more, you know what I mean? And it feels great. It feels great. Thank you again for tuning in. But before that, I should have said welcome and welcome back to you, and if you're new. Because this type of videos, I don't know what they're called, I mean, is it vlogging? Is it videos? Is it this? Is it that? I don't know, brother. I'm just doing what I'm enjoying, and that's how it should be. Oh, by the way, my channel, Higher Velocity. You are tuned into Higher Velocity. I'm here with the Fortec, and I'm ready to put this right here. I'm ready to put this on. Oh man, where's my cover? Here, let me get to the beginning. When I bought this engine, when I bought this engine was used. The guy the seller told me that maybe he had about 2 tanks of it from a Revo or from TRAXXAS or something. They did 2 break-in cycles, and when I checked it, everything still looked fairly like new, nothing worn, everything clear, even the crank. Look at the cylinder head. Look at the cylinder head. This is the thing, I'm concerned because I don't see any heat marks on the cylinder head. It looks brand new, mint. I don't see any heat marks. I see grease. That's for me oiling it and having it here next to a JL28 Max, right? Also brand new, almost brand new, like the same condition as that, like 2-3 tanks. When I got it, man, this thing looked brand new inside the internals. Like, I don't know if he really did try to get it started. I don't know. I don't remember if he told me he tried to get it started twice, but never got it started because I don't see any wear. The whole bearing came off, right? So checked everything was fine. It just pops in and out. I don't know why, but the clearance on the bearing and everything is pretty tight. I'm just surprised that it came off easily, because I heated it up like about 200 degrees. Yeah, that hot, because it was sticky. There was fuel in it. They left fuel in it. Everything else came out fairly easy. So I get it hot enough, and then I bang it so it pops out, and the whole bearing came off with it, the rear one. So I was like, oh man, what's going on here? That's probably normal. I don't know. But you know what I do know, and what I did know at that time? I mean, the Bug 404 is like, hey man, Fast Eddie. Gotta go with Fast Eddie. Fast Eddie bearings in there, man. Front and rear. Fast Eddie bearings. The reason why I'm concerned, and I want to blog it and get it on video, is because, not because of the Fast Eddie bearings, but because I've removed them manually with no bearing puller. A lot of heat, not exceeding over 250, Every time I take a carburetor apart, even though I've never used it and it's used, and I bought it from a lot, I heat it up, because if I take it out like that, I ruin the O-rings. So it's one way to maybe save the O-rings, that's what I think. Like the nipples, the needles, if I get them out when it's cold after usage, you can rip them off apart. That's my concern, is that what if I did not, what if it's like crooked, the bearing is not straight. I'm ready to break it in, but first I'm ready to put it here. I already washed this up. It was dirty as, I've been using back and forth, and the bearings are fairly, I don't know. I don't even think this thing was used a lot when I bought it. 3.3 chassis, stock servos, everything stock except the drive nuts. I'm about to put this on. Oh my goodness. Like, I want to give you a big thanks to those who subscribe. And not because I want to get monetized. No. It's because, oh my God, 100 subscribers. That's insane. Now I should feel more embarrassed, but I'm not, man. I'm working this out. It's emotional, man. It's empowering. You know, it makes me, I can feel it getting me stronger. Stay tuned, brothers, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing because it makes me feel that you know, nowadays people don't subscribe. Over here, I'm trying to show you my experience, and you are letting me know you're enjoying it by subscribing. That's amazing, man. Fucking awesome. Awesome. Thank you. If I was there, if I could go where you are right now, I'll give you a hug. Handshake. You know? Thank you. Appreciate it. Shout out to all of you in need for some speed, in need to burn some nitro, in need to do, you know, what I like to do is burn some fuel. You know what I mean? So, check this out. It's time for me to put this on. Wait a minute before I start, brother. Before I start, I want to give up thanks to TNR. Give them thanks because if it wasn't for them, I got my right hand up, brother. You know what I mean? Like, this is my 5'6", and that's me raising my hand. So I'm saying thank you to TNR, you know, because if it wasn't for TNR, I wouldn't be saving money. I'm just saying, man, thank you, TNR. Thank you for supplying me with the oil. If anybody's watching out there that works there, you know, I gotta thank you too. If you have anything to do with TNR, thank you, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have this today. So I can, you know, keep marching my way, you know, towards bringing nitro great again. You know what I mean? So I'm doing it for because I want it to still exist. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. I just want to mention that the Bug 404, right? He was like, he said that to make sure you get the Dynamite 19, the one that has the 2 dots. And when I bought this engine, like I was saying, I didn't know if it had 2 dots. I already had it installed. Ever since I put it on there, I haven't taken it out, and it has more than I can imagine. Because that's when I started breaking it in, when I put it on that Fortec. All the brake cleaner I use, I spray it so it can land inside a container and I can save it, because it's very useful in these type of situations where you barely get it out and you got a lot of stuff like rock and stuff, you know what I mean? And then at the end, just give it a nice little blast with the can. So as I get this out, I just want to say, oh, I have not touched the back plate. And like I was saying about the Bug 404, he did tell me that, well, he didn't tell me, because obviously he did say on one of his videos that the one with 2 dots was revised. So the back, I don't know, something about too much wear in the back plate with the starter. So yeah, like I'm saying, and I did not know. I'm just realizing that I had the engine the whole time, but I didn't worry. I mean, I knew somehow I did, but I'm just glad to know again, I guess, or realize, you know, again, that I have indeed the second version Dynamite. And no wonder, brothers, no wonder, brother. It's a good thing, I guess. I take care of my engines and stuff like that, you know. As long as I know all the filters and everything is good, I don't need to open it up. And if I do need to open it up when it's used and it's something that I just received in the mail from eBay, I open them up and I check them, make sure it's not a piece broken a little bit. And if it doesn't come off, we can. Come on. So now that it's hot, or it kind of popped right out, check it out. What you're seeing is TNR fuel, and that is beautiful. I don't know if that's beautiful, but I don't see a lot of scorching. I don't see nothing that I should be concerned of, like any major gaps, lines, or anything. Or even if I had a piece of metal or debris or rock that went in there and someone found its way in between the sleeve and the piston, then, you know, I'm glad I don't see that. I'm glad I don't see nicks and knacks on the combustion chamber, on the head button. You know what I mean? So, good. I will retire this engine and keep it. Got it cleaned up, showed you what I wanted to show you. Thank you for still staying in tune with the Most High. I mean, up high, outside over there, you know, the sun. You know, one thing I want to point out. I praise the sun because the sun is what gives life. You know, I always have that in my mind. That I want to say it. I wanted to say it, but I guess the right time is now. I am who I am, and I can feel what I can feel, and I feel that I can say that the sun is great. The Most High. That's who I'm referring to all the time. Most High is the sun that gives me life. Alright, I'm going to continue on with this, brother. I finally put a OS 21 on Fortec. Yes, I was thinking of putting it on a T-Max first, but I was like, nope. So, here we go. I was excited to show you specifically, I mean, we all seen an engine on a Fortec, but specifically the pipe and the exhaust, the header and exhaust combo. You know what I mean? And I'm excited to show you, and I'm excited to see at the same time if it sounds good, if it works, if it's too much airflow, because that pipe is from a Schumacher Fusion 21. They put it for a Thunder Tiger Pro 21 engine, right? So that comes off my Schumacher Fusions, and it's supposed to be for an on-road 21 size engine. Right now is how and the way I break in these two-stroke, two-cycle miniature RC engines. For those who don't know this, and for those who do know this, yeah, I'm gonna break my engine in. It's not brand new. Seller told me that it had like 2 tanks on it, maybe, possibly, I don't know, he might be lying. This thing, when I checked the internals, it looked like it didn't, and it wasn't even started. Well, I want to document it, like I said. It's gonna be my first time too, seeing if this thing doesn't break at start. I didn't have a damn bearing puller, so I used a lot of heat and some pliers and made sure I didn't scrape anything. Why am I screaming? I don't know, I feel like it's windy, I'm getting cold. But let me continue on with this. So I don't know if it's gonna work. I do not know if it's gonna stay on, and I don't know if it's gonna break at my first attempt. But this is what I do know. I'm gonna do my break-in cycle. This is how I do it. I just want to show you the way I do it. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna cover it up. Right? I cover up my thing. See, I don't have to go all excessive and tighten it, like if it's gonna be tightened there forever, like put on there forever. So you know, the other day I was thinking, hey, how come I don't use one of these clip-ons, clippers, or whatever you call these hangers, clip-ons? So just leave it on. I leave it on, and I grab the damn heat gun, man. Check this one out. I don't use those big old heat guns because I'm gonna heat up not just this, and then it's not even gonna go in through there, or you know, a lot of heat's gonna also find its way through this filter and other stuff and start making it brittle. I'll heat it up. I'm gonna heat it up, right? I'm not gonna touch this because this gets really hot. It's gonna start fading out the anodizing thing, and don't go over 200 degrees at first. All these engines, they have their internals are softer than any other race engine, so sensitive, more sensitive engine that's even more sensitive. So I'm gonna heat it up, try not to touch the damn surfaces or the surface, that way I don't feel like I have a worn out engine. Just playing. So I'll heat it up to 200 degrees, possibly. I mean, I'll go over, but if that's only if I forget somehow. But let me grab my damn temp. Here, let me just explain what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna heat it up to 200. That's gonna be the cylinder head. But then I'm gonna check the crankcase and make sure that's around 130. So I'm gonna heat it up enough to where it's like 100 on the crankcase. And then I'm gonna turn it over with some fuel. Alright, so hey, I'm at it still. I haven't decided to, you know, procrastinate. I'm over here trying to do this thing properly. Alright, so let me tell you what I just did. I primed it, opened it up a little, heating it up more, and then once I do this, I'm gonna make sure this is primed again with there's no bubbles. Alright, so yeah, that's this is what I did. I did one full turn. I mean, it doesn't matter. I just got closer to flush. That's all that matters, because I'm trying to find the richest setting, you know, as high as I can, so it turns on. That's where I'm gonna start at. Alright, I get it. Alright, one more turn, a little bit more. Let's go halfway. That's still over flush. I hope I'm right that that's where factory settings is for this. A little bit over flush. The high speed needle I'm not so worried about. Alright, brothers, I'm outside underneath the sunlight, the Most High. So what is up? There we go. Let me see if I can have it cruise by. Alright, here we go. Check it out. Break-in service, break-in service. I don't know how y'all do it with the 1 gallon a day break-in service. I can't even go through a quarter gallon. This thing has a little bit more than a quarter gallon. The temps are good. Everything's good. It should be good. You know what's really good? That those crankcase bearings, the front and rear, I mean, how am I gonna know, right? Only time will tell. Like, sort of speaking, kind of like saying, I gotta wait for results. Alright, brother. I got a few tanks through it already. I think it's ready to give it a little couple pulls. Let me just get to the middle of the intersection. So let me show you what happened yesterday. I just walked out of the driveway, right? I thought the SUV was gonna make a right here, right? They kept going straight towards my car until its front wheel ran it over. It hit the front tower, shock tower, and it didn't brake. The only thing that did was that wheel I showed you. So, check it out. Yeah, how's that? Let me bring it from over there because it's kind of windy. Yeah, that sounds good. How's that? Check it out. Woo! Yeah. Whoa! Whoa, that scared me. All right, everyone. Man, it's intense. After what happened yesterday, my heart is still beating and I'm still kind of stressing out over it. But hey, man, look. 2 good things came out of this. Knowing that my car, TRAXXAS made a good damn design. You know, the indestructible. Like, you gotta really freaking bang this against the wall and try to kill it to be able to try to kill it. You know? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I think that's enough. I'm panicking. My heart is just beating, so I'm just gonna call it a day. Next time you see this, it's gonna be on the street trying to exceed the speed limit. That's what I'm talking about. So I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate you watching, brother. I'm serious. Okay. Tune in again. Till next time. Peace.